for steel to become stainless steel, it needs at minimum 12% of chromium. So this is the requirement to be regarded as stainless steel. So okay, this is the same that we have seen just now. The chromium form the chromium oxide, and this the protective layer is helps against this oxidizing agent, and this prevent the steel to become corroded. And okay, this is where we are going to focus today, or in this lecture. We have four types of stainless steel. Okay, we have four types of stainless steel. Okay, we go one by one. Okay, the first one is the ferritic. So ferritic stainless steel are essentially iron chromium binary alloy containing 12 to 30% of chromium with a very low carbon content. So let's write that down, 12 to 30% of chromium. Okay, low carbon. So that what makes it ferritic stainless steel. So I don't know if you still remember on Monday we have a low carbon steel. So basically it's almost the same. Almost the same. We have very low carbon. So very low carbons mean you can see only there is only a few amount of, or very tiny amount of something like carbon related species, right? Like the perlite or the cementite. I think very few amount. Mostly the microstructure is made up from ferrite. Okay, made up from ferrite. And this is how it looks like. Actually, they are called ferritic since the structure remain mostly ferritic at any temperature, means it don't change into austenite. Even at high temperature, it don't change to austenite. So we have, I think the range is because this is the main alloying element is not carbon. The main alloying element is the chromium. Okay. Carbon is too little to be considered. So we look at the chromium, which is high content. Okay, so we look at the binary phase alloy of iron and chromium. Okay, and let's see, 12 to 30, so it should be around, you know, this area. So it it does not change, does not involve this area of austenite. So it always remain in ferrite, always remain in ferrite. So due to the carbon content of more than 12, these stainless steel do not undergo the FCC to BCC transformation and cool from high temperature as solid solution of chromium in ferrite. Okay, chromium dissolved in ferrite does not change into austenite. Okay, they are not hardenable by heat treatment due to low carbon content. Okay, we know that is due to the low carbon content cannot form a carbide or cannot form any martensite. Yeah, so it could not be heat treated. In order to strengthen the hardened stainless steel, cold working is performed instead. So if you still remember the mechanism of hardening or strengthening the material, we have solid solution, we have a precipitate hardening, we have a strain or hardening or cold working. Strain hardening we get from the cold working. And also finally we have what solid solution. I mentioned solid solution. Yeah. Solid solution, precipitation hardening, strain hardening, and what else? One more. Uh, I also forgot. Apa tu? Uh, hmm, Macam ada tertinggal satu. Okay. Uh, okay. Anyway. Mm, right. In order to strengthen and harden the stainless steel, co-working is performed. So what we left here is only the co-working because we cannot form precipitate solid solution we already deals with because we already add the chromium, so it's already in effect. Okay, what we left is we cannot form any precipitate, so we only have the co-working. Okay, which is the strain hardening. And grain refinement. Now I remember grain refinement. So grain refinement is not applicable lah to this because we are talking about the alloying. So application of ferritic steel. So ferritic steel are relatively low in cost since they do not contain nickel. So nickel is costly. So chromium is the main. So they are used mainly as general construction material in which the special corrosion and heat resistance is required. High temperature applications, heaters, combustion chamber. So and also that the exhaust. So it is a ferritic stainless steel. So later you before this maybe you don't know, oh, just stainless steel, but now you know, oh, now it's ferritic. So something that you can use or you can see from different insight what is around you. Okay, so apart from ferritic stainless steel, the second one we have austenitic stainless steel. Austenitic stainless steel, essentially iron chromium nickel ternary alloy. So the difference is we have this nickel now, containing about 16 to 25% nickel and 7 to 20. So 16, 25, 7, 20. 16 to 25, 7 to 20. Nickel and chromium. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, balik. 7, 13 is nickel. 7, 30 is nickel. Okay, okay. So these alloy are called austenitic since their structure remain austenitic at all temperatures. So just now ferritic, it remain in ferrite at all temperature. Now we have austenitic, so it remains in austenite at all temperature. Alright, so the presence of nickel, which has an FCC crystal structure, enable the FCC structure to be retained at room temperature. Okay, so with the nickel have FCC, so it stabilized the FCC structure, and austenitic stainless steel have a high amount of austenite, which makes them mostly non-magnetic. So ferritic is magnetic, so if we have a large amount of austenite, so it's become non-magnetic. And this stainless steel also has a low percentage of carbon, therefore it cannot be hardened by heat treatment, only by cold working. So it's the same like ferritic. We have very low carbon, so we cannot change to martensite. It cannot form any precipitate, so it is non-heat treatable. So what we do to the non-heat treatable metal to strengthen it, we do the cold working. That's our last resort. Okay. Cold working is rolling, drawing, and so on. Right. And the high flammability of the austenitic stainless steel is due to the FCC crystal structure. These steel are the most popular grades of stainless produced due to their excellent flammability and corrosion resistance. Okay, so they can be shaped easily compared more easier compared to the ferritic because of kenapa? Let me ask someone who's in kayangan. Ada lagi yang ada kat sini. Kenapa austenite punya austenitic steel ni, stainless steel ni, dia lebih senang untuk dibentuk compared dengan ferritic? Why? Why it is easier to form austenitic stainless steel compared to the ferritic? Let's ask Abu Bakar. Abu Bakar ada? Tak ada. Alif Muhaimin.
Yes, sir.
Oh ada. Okay, cantik. Kenapa bagi awak ferritic dengan austenitic ni, kenapa austenitic ni lagi senang untuk kita shape dia?
So, macam structure lagi lembut lah.
Okay, why?
Composition, crystal structure dia, apa macam mana cakap atom antara dia lagi sikit berbanding kurang padat lah.
Kurang padat. Okay. Ada lagi tak? Dia goreng je kan. Crystal structure dia ni, crystal structure. Alif Muhammad, macam mana crystal structure dia? Apa beza dia?
Macam mana
So, ferritic ni dia sentiasa ferrite. Okay, dia sentiasa ferrite. So, dia punya crystal structure dia apa? Ferrite apa crystal structure dia? SCP ke, BCC ke, FCC ke? Mana satu?
FCC sah?
Ferrite. Ferrite tu BCC.
Ferrite bukan BCC. BCC.
Ferrite tu BCC.
Tak, kau confuse sebut austenite ke ferrite.
Okay. Ferrite BCC. Right? So, austenite dia
FCC.
So FCC dengan BCC yang mana lagi banyak slip plane dia?
FCC.
Ya, betul. So that's why austenitic stainless steel tu dia lebih ductile dan lebih senang kita nak bentuk dia. So that's why orang lagi suka dia lah. That's why is most popular grade of stainless steel. Okay. So okay, you know now the ferritic and austenitic stainless steel. Okay, let's look at this Martensitic stainless steel. So Martensitic stainless steel are essentially ferrum and chromium alloy containing 12 to 17 chromium with 0.15 to 1 carbon. So 12 hingga 17 chromium. Okay, let's jot that down. Chromium and 115 to apa tadi? To 1 ya. 1% of carbon. Oops. So both ferritic and austenitic very low carbon. Okay, the low carbon. So martensitic, it has higher amount of carbon. So when the carbon is higher, we can do the heat treatment lah. That is where we got the martensite, right? So with the percentage of carbon, martensitic microstructure can be produced by quenching from austenitic phase region. So we produce the martensite from the heat treatment. So this is a heat treatable, right? Martensitic stainless steel with tempered martensite microstructure has good hardness and high toughness. They have been used largely for medical tools, right? So apart from having good hardness, it's also maintain the hardness, the toughness. Okay, toughness. Just don't just get full of martensite and becoming brittle, but instead it has tempered martensite, so it retains some of the ductility to be tough. Okay, general purpose heat treatable machine parts, pump shaft. So this is uh, the example lah. Ball bearings, ball bearing. I think ball bearings, races, valve part. So these are the part of the example. And lastly, we have what we call as duplex stainless steel. Okay, duplex stainless steel. From the name, literally from the name itself, we know duplex maybe related to double or having two things, two microstructure. Okay, so duplex stainless steel have a two-phase microstructure consisting of grain of ferritic and austenitic stainless steel. So we have ferritic and austenitic stainless steel in the same material. Okay, it's in the same material. Okay. Uh, okay, they contain more chromium. 19 to 32 molly 5. Okay, let's jot that down. See, 32 of chromium and molybdenum 5% round. So as you can see, very very high compared to the others. The chromium content is very very high. Okay. But significantly less nickel. Okay. So this is how it looks like. It has ferritic and austenitic at the same time. And the applications of duplex stainless steel, they are twice as strong as a regular austenitic or ferritic stainless steel. So they are twice as strong as a regular austenitic or ferritic stainless steel. Why? Because it has the alternating phases, so it has more hindrance for the dislocation to move, right? If you have higher interface, then you have higher strength. Okay, they possess better toughness and ductility than ferritic stainless steel, but not as excellent as austenitic stainless steel. So when you talk about toughness or ductility, you want to relate with the crystal structure. So ferritic is 100% BCC, austenitic is 100% FCC. So it sits in between the BCC and FCC. So it is more ductile than ferritic, but less ductile than austenitic. So in between. So that is all about the stainless steel. Stainless steel are still alloyed with minimum content of 12 to 8%. So in summary, a maximum carbon content of 1% only. Okay. Chromium is added to the steel to increase its resistance to oxidation. Stainless steel are classified according to the main microstructural constituents. There are four classes: the ferritic, austenitic, martensitic, and duplex. So, all in all, that is what we can classify from the stainless steel. Okay, we have ferritic, austenitic, martensitic, and duplex. So ferritic and austenitic combined will make a duplex. Okay, and yep. So this is how it looks like. The so actually you can relate what you learned so far. For example, just now we know ferritic is BCC and this is FCC. So we could actually use that information to predict the properties. So we know, oh, this is more ductile. And then when we see duplex, oh, this is the combination of ferritic and austenitic. So the ductility must be in between of them. But they have this interfaces of ferritic and austenitic. So their strength would be better. In this case, twice than the ferritic and austenitic. So when you see, okay, very low carbon, so there is no formation of second phase, or no formation of precipitate, or could not form any martensite. So you conclude, oh, this is non-heat treatable. So if we have some amount of carbon, oh, it can form the martensite. So so that is how we get the martensitic. So it is heat treatable. So all these things is related to what we have been learning since the first lecture, and I hope you guys could actually have a good insight on this. I really hope, yeah, you guys could actually. I think I have sent the PDF of the reference book, the Callister. I think it would be very helpful if you go through line by line enjoying that book. It will surely increase your knowledge on the material science. And okay, that is all for today. I think, yeah, for this week the contents, the syllabus is up to here. So it's a bit early, but we'll finish this off. I hope you could use some of this time till 4 to make a revision and so on for the lesson that we have learned so far. I don't want to go too fast. We just follow the schedule. Okay, and please, since we have a bit early, maybe around 30 minutes or 40 minutes early, so please use this time to revise and also to look at the tutorial. Okay, I have uploaded the tutorial 5 and 6. I'm not sure whether I uploaded for you guys. I will definitely upload now if not. So please look at the remaining tutorial 5. I think number 3 we have not done that yet. And tutorial number 6. Okay. I will, if I have not uploaded, I will do it now. Duka belum. I have uploaded for, oh no, this is 14. 3 and 4. Okay, and so that's all for lecture today. See you guys around tomorrow for the tutorial class. Okay. If you don't understand, you ask. WhatsApp also can, no problem.
Sir, sir,
Hmm.
sir, for the assignment, sir, how about the reference? Sir, you have to submit the
Reference?
reference.
How about
You have to,
means what? What do you want to ask? How about?
no, sir, I mean,